insulation. Today it is not worth it. So many other things are available. Then our very favorite bitumen, black in color. Government of India does not like black color anymore. They want everything white. So we have also white one. But what happens when you try to remove these things, especially from the folded plates? It gives you so many cracks inside the structure for the second waterproofing that you are really spoiling your structure. You are hitting the structure to remove it. So now we have the latest techniques called integral waterproofing agent. Before, what they used to put is some admixtures, which was, I can give you the formulations, 98% calcium carbonate, 2% stearate. You put it inside cement and they say this is this proof, that proof. But today's is the latest techniques. It acts in 3 different ways. It reduces the capillaries by reducing the water. It gives the capillaries an hydrophobic effect. From wettable concrete, it converts it to non-wettable concrete, giving the drop that profile with the obtuse angle. So when you try to find the pressures required for water to go in, that increases because the formula P depends on it. And whatever you feel inside those capillaries, that reacts over a period of time. So this is called dynamic synchronized crystallization. So this is what happens. It acts as a minimum pore volume from macro to micro to nano. It totally stops your pores. But this is not the end of it. It reacts. It reacts inside and crystallizes over a period of time. So your capillaries, your cracks, your discontinuities, they become totally, they go on reducing. It's not enough to write literatures. Please be careful, we are all engineers. You should ask, please show the certificates. If you see here, you can reduce the porosity of a high performance concrete from 10% up to 4%. What is necessary is every person writes in technical data sheets of any manufacturer. Please sir, we don't want, we want only test certificates from reputed laboratories. At least take care that the person who has signed the certificate from reputable institute is not dead 3 months back. Please. This is what is happening. I'm sorry, but still. I have seen certificates in the market when the person who has signed the certificate is already dead 3-4 months back. So unless they started some testing up also. So this is what happens. It is a progressive reduction of pore in 90 days, and this is what is the latest technology. This is possible because of aluminum silicates. This is you can quantify. I don't want to go in details, but so many tests are to be done. Testing for engineers is more important than the colorful technical data sheets. The limitations of products are more important than the advantages. So what's new? Green waterproofing. So we all need now green things. We also get some points. For 50 years we had black waterproofing. Recently it became white, like acrylics. APC means aqua protection. You can use this aqueous protection inside water. They are you can even use it in drinking water tanks, and they have got certifications. That is the reason is because of cross-linking technology. You use the chemicals in which all this once the water evaporates, it is 2-dimensional process. They coalesce, they come together, but still there are small discontinuities which can be broken over a period of time. So this was the last generation. The new technology is the same process. From 2-dimension we go to 3-dimension. When the water evaporates, these are all water based low VOC green. If you see here now, it totally becomes into one single element. So this is totally green. It is elastomeric hybrid skin EHS technology. This is available in our country. Everything what is available in the world is available in our country. So these are I am going a little bit slow because it just doesn't go as fast as me. So this is green technology. It is totally green, you can use it, you can get your points. The problems in waterproofing, water comes out like this. Even this can be stopped within 9 seconds. Leakage type of joints, injections can be made with the water stops, with the specialized machinery, materials. Psychological grouting is not enough. Someone is to take that time a bucket of water, take a kilo of cement, put it inside, take a machine and effortlessly go on making like this. It doesn't go inside. You really require machinery. So the injection machineries, this is 1 and 2 component machineries. They are very systematic. These are some of the latest technologies how to stop the water instantly. There are only 2 videos. Then you put some water, you can test, you can bring 4 products in water. You just try to add this polyurethane foaming agent when the water is gushing out. This you can do in your buckets we always have. You should put this material with such a speed inside that whatever material is coming out should react with that instantly. You see that has already started reacting. If you use the other materials, by the time you push the material inside, it is thrown out with water. Needless to say that is ours, because we did not have a better one. You see now. Second started working, but it is a less foam. So this that is in 51 seconds you get a rigid foam. It seals your water coming outside. There is a difference that is that expands 40 times. This expands only 10 times. Third is working. Fourth is still trying. So simple tests. One polyurethane is not the same as other polyurethane. One bucket, half a glass of water, put in front, test can be done. They shrink over a period of time. So this is normally with 1 component or 2 component machines. With 1 component, the reaction start taking place in the machine itself. Once the viscosity increases, you can pump inside. So machines are available which are 2 component, which you can, from 170 seconds, you can make the reaction time up to 9 seconds. The mixing takes place at the junction. In 7 seconds, the material sets, your water stops. So this is called a positive waterproofing from negative side in tunnels and all. You can stay inside. For example, if a water comes from this hotel, you can stay inside. You can bore a hole through and through outside, inject this material, create a crust, and that is possible. So this is how the grid injections are done. From inside you do it, and this is done for one of the buildings you must be knowing. There is a creek. This is in Dubai. There is water outside, and the basement was with the lockers. And in lockers you can imagine how much money will be there, because it is Arab bank. And this you could stop it with the latest technology. And this is another last video I would like to show you. If this is possible, I think you should tell me that everything should be possible. Just to give you an idea what is just possible with the technology, materials. This is a car parking, from where the water you must have seen in every car parking. You see here. और 2 मिनट, 2 मिनट, 1 मिनट चलेगा, 1 मिनट I will talk. Should give a little bit more time, you know. When manager of the this person, he saw it, he said, I have lost my job. You see the amount of water which is coming out. And if we can stop this, then what is there to stop a small patch of damp patch there? Simply by grouting the right chemical in the right way, in the right sequence, with the right pot life, shelf life, you have to connect it. The chemical should go from here, it should come out from the other side. Slowly the water is going down. This whole job took about 1.5 hours, from drilling to completing. Almost to conclude, I said almost, still there are 2-3 more slides. What is necessary is you take a technical view out of it. You see what happens inside. It goes in that we can increase the strength of your soil to up to 450 newtons by injecting this. These are structural injections. So that any building is to be built, it goes in soil. Your load diagram or whatever it is, it will fix perfectly in place. So I think you get the idea, isn't it? It's totally stopped. Real stories not made in studio on the site. So now only small thing is coming and you just plug them. See here. These are acrylics. So these are the developments in the field of construction chemical to keep at par with the industry. These are the environmental attack. I just wanted to show you surface protection. I think please start with the protection. Your concrete must have a protection like any other, otherwise Rekha would not look so good. So powder, then other things, then comes, I think ladies will be able to say. Otherwise, if she was not properly protected, she would be looking something like this. You would be disillusioned. So this can be done. Do it when the concrete is cast. The day the concrete is cast, it dies. So these are the protective coating requirements. This is a breathable. It should be breathable. It should allow the water inside to come out, so the concrete is dried, but it should not allow the water from outside to get inside. It's a very, very tricky design. You can use it in your buildings. You can use it in cooling towers. It looks beautiful. This is the world's largest map. Closer to us, that is the JJ bridge, which was first quoted 750 Newton. Dar consultant said, protect it from day one, you will get 36.5% durability. I don't know how they calculated it. From day one, water is not allowed to enter. This is your another bridge. I think this is in Vashi. So we are taking in repairs. This was what we were doing before. Today, don't do it. This is called carbon fiber. So all our ideas, all ideas made in India. Don't do this. She is repairing it. And I asked him, मैं बोला यार कैसा ये 3 पाँव पे खड़ा रहता है? बोला कुत्ते के ऊपर बोला पत्थर मारा तो 3 पाँव से वो चलता नहीं क्या करके? I think for that what we should do is we should have qualified applicator, trainings, engineers. I think let us invest a little bit more on that. All green, reduce carbon footprint. This is also bucket is there. This is a beautiful idea. That person has put a plastic sheet there, is putting that bucket is Kingfisher bucket, which is an ice bucket. He makes ice out of it. So that is also recycling for last 3 years, and he must get some lead points. So protect your environment. Thank you very much.
May I now request Ms. Beena Verma to present a small memento to each of our speakers as a token of our appreciation. We will now proceed with the next session, which is a very interesting one, which focuses on the role of architects in environmental management. Please join me in welcoming Roshni Yehuda, the head of Rachna Sansad Institute of Environmental Architecture, as our next speaker. Roshni.
Good morning, everyone. My topic today is role of architects in environmental management, and I was just wondering as I came to this room how many are present here today. Our institute, which is the Rachna Sansad Institute of Environmental Architecture, has been involved in conducting postgraduate courses, master's program in environmental architecture since 2002, which is as part of the Academy of Architecture. So we have been training architects in environmental management for more than a decade, I would say. So today I will just briefly talk about this subject because we have a whole 2 years program on this, but I would just give an overview of what is environmental management and what is the need for it and what can architects do today. To give a perspective, I thought that I would start from this slide, which is about our resources. What is known as the footprint of human beings. we have what is known as a biosphere from which all our resources come from. And this biosphere consists of 5.7 billion acres of ocean and 21 billion acres of productive land. And this is all about 1/4 of the total surface area of our Earth. And believe me, this is all that we have from which all our resources for the building construction comes from. Over the years, it has been proven, and we know that our demand has increased. The biocapacity that the Earth has remained constant. It does not increase. We have only so much amount of metals, aluminium, whatever we use, and our demand has gone on increasing. So as a result, there is a huge footprint. And we all know our population has outgrown natural resources. All the natural resources for which were free before, we are now paying a huge price. We pay close to about 2,000 times more for a bottle of water now as compared to what the municipality gives us. Moreover, the more important aspect is something like global warming and climate change. We have seen how the carbon dioxide emissions, which were stable about 300 parts per million up to 1970, have gone up to 400 parts per million now, which means we are putting so much amount of carbon dioxide right now into the air. And a lot of it has to do with what we are doing. And as a result, the Earth's climate, all the atmospheric conditions and all that has changed. We have seen so many ups and downs, so many erratic conditions of weather, and all that is a result of the amount of carbon dioxide that we are now putting into the air. So the question is, what is the architect's role in all this? Does the architect has anything to do, or it is just the job of environmentalists and